Welcome, welcome, welcome. You're listening to KHTS 1220 and 98.1 FM, lovely Santa Clarita, California, part of Los Angeles County. And you're listening to the Ask Brien radio show. Ask Brien is spelled Askbrien. And for those of you who've never listened to our radio show before, we have an engineer here, and he likes the letter E. And he always asks me, Peter, why would you name Ask Brien Askbrien? Because when he went to school in the 2010s,
It's funny. He's not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. He's not wrong.
anyway, all of his friends has spelled their name Brien Bryan or Brin. He asked why I spelled it Brien, and so now after 4 years on the radio show that I've had, and probably the last year over, he has now finally learned why the Brien is spelled with an E, and the E stands for certain things besides engineer. So,
He took away my fun.
why would people spell it with an E, and what does the E stand for?
Well, originally my shtick was, I would say...
Shtick. That's not an E.
I know.
That's an S.
I know. I didn't say it was, but
It's
yes.
not Brisn.
I know. But my thing was I'd always say, hey, the engineer, but he took that away from me, so I guess, we'll disregard the engineer for
Maybe even
this week.
demoted.
Oh, God.
I think you're assistant engineer now.
Oh, that starts with an A.
But assistant stands with an A.
Yeah, that's true.
What are the
Anyways.
First three letters of assistant?
No, we're not going there. don't spell. Anyways, the E stands for a number of things that have to do with the Ask Brien Show, some of which just embodies what the show truly is. One of them is excellence, because everybody here exudes nothing but excellence with how they do their work. Another one is effort, because we all give more than 100% effort in doing the show and everything following said show. Other ones we have are, we have excitement, because, we're exciting. We bring excitement, all that good stuff. There's another one that's very similar to that one, but we'll bring that one maybe a little bit more later. Another one is empathy. He was not very empathetic towards me because he took away the engineer word, because that's my favorite of the E's. So he was not very empathetic. But empathy is crucial. Excellence, effort, experts, because generally everybody on here is an expert in their own field, and that's how we keep it sometimes. And then wasn't there one more that's not the engineer?
Enthusiastic!
Enthusiasm.
No, you have to be enthusiastic, because enthusiasm, passion, that's what you need to be successful in life.
Fair enough. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Did I pass?
Yeah, but you look like a bank robber with that mask over your face.
I know.
And anyway, we have a great guest today. I don't know where she's from, though. That's a good question, so that'll be the first question we ask. Justine, are you there?
I am.
And where are you calling from?
I actually live in one of the coldest cities in Canada.
Canada?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Okay, right in the center. We're right above North Dakota.
Oh, well, that's not too bad. I mean, listen, I went to the University of Buffalo, and Buffalo is in the United States, and it's not that warm over there, and we got snow once in a while over there. Have you lived in Canada your whole life?
I have, yeah. I lived in Winnipeg my whole life. I've traveled a lot, but always come back home.
Well, that's interesting, but I don't hear the word A after every word. Usually I thought Canadians go, how you doing, A? And I'm from Canada, A.
The most stereotypical statement possible, yeah.
So, you have a business right now. What is the name of that business you currently have?
So the business name is Gold Chasers.
Gold Chasers. And what is Gold Chasers? What is that?
So we are a coaching service. We offer coaching for moms, professional moms, career women, and we also offer some products.
So, let's go over each element. First of all, before you started Gold Chases, what did you do prior?
So I was actually in corporate marketing for about 10 years. And I learned a lot about sales, about people, management, working in teams, especially creative people have a lot of opinions. So learning to work with people really well. And, yeah, I left to be an entrepreneur because it's what I've always wanted to do.
So did you work for a company or did you work for an agency?
Yeah, I worked for all different companies.
In their marketing department. Any of the companies we may know?
Oh, in Canada. So Oric is actually pretty big in the U.S.
Which one?
So I worked for Oric.
Oric. Spell that.
Yeah, so they use vacuums and air purifiers. I worked for them for a few years.
Okay. So you had to be in marketing. So give us an example of a marketing concept that you helped them with when you were working there.
Yeah, sure. So we did infomercials.
Okay.
So we were that middle of the night, can't sleep. You want to buy something on 74 payment plan option.
74 payments?
Uh,
My engineer wants to buy one, by the way. He just told me, he said, 74 months, I'm in.
Yeah, it's $1.99 a month with 20% interest, but we can set you up.
Exactly. So it only costs you $18,000 for a vacuum cleaner. And you'll have the cleanest house.
Exactly.
You'll have the cleanest house south of Canada. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, so I did the media buying for them. So, really understanding their target audience and what would motivate them and how to motivate them to purchase the 74 payment plan.
And that was in Canada, correct?
Yep.
You weren't doing media buys in the U.S. or other places?
No, I was doing media buys in Canada. And then I worked for an insurance company for a few years. And that's a little too dry to chat about.
Well, absolutely. But let's just stick a little bit about the vacuum cleaning business because, and there's so many jokes I can make, but I'm not allowed on the radio. But, some of them, rhyme with pucking. They do rhyme with pucking. Pucking. That's a vacuum cleaner. Anyway, how many people were in your department? The FCC doesn't have a problem with that.
It varied, anywhere from 7 people to 30 people.
In the marketing department?
Yeah.
That's a big department.
Yeah, so it depends on when I worked at the insurance company, there was PR people, copywriters, videographers.
And was that your first job out of school, or?
My first job out of school was Oric. Yep.
Wow. And when you came there, they were $1 million company, and you left, they're $1 trillion company. Is that it?
Yeah. When I started, they were in the hundreds of millions, actually.
Wow. And
across North America. Yeah.
Who was the biggest competitor? Dyson, Hoover, Eureka?
Yeah, more of a Dyson, but those were dirty words because Dyson was a bagless system and Oric was a bag system. So.
What kind of system did you have?
We had a bag system because essentially what happens is when you dump the canister, you release a bunch of that dirt back into the air, which defeats the purpose of vacuuming.
So how did you have they solved that problem?
Yeah, there's still a bag system to this day. You still buy bags for it.
And what was the competitive advantage that you think they had over Dyson? Hello? Well, that went nowhere.
Yep, looks like we lost
I'm guessing
her.
we lost our guest. So you'll pay attention to see when the guest comes back. In the meantime, we're going to be discussing what?
Do you want to go to break, or do you want to just discuss while we try to get her back?
All right, you can go to break, I guess.
Okay, we'll go to quick. We'll be right back. We're gonna go to quick break. 1 second.
The shows must go on. The Main in Santa Clarita is your destination for free online music, theater, art, and entertainment opportunities. Tune into fun variety nights, join a talent show, learn from filmmaking experts, attend a modern play, and more from the comfort of your home. For more information and to view upcoming events, go to facebook.com/themain.newhall or at themain.org. Enjoy the shows.
Hi, this is Wendy Hassenflug, yoga and wellness entrepreneur. I'm excited to share one of the best kept secrets in Santa Clarita. Top Out Climbing Gym is one of my favorite places. Rock climbing is exceptional for building upper and lower body strength, and it improves your flexibility. Almost anyone can rock climb, and you don't have to be super fit to climb. You'll build strength and stamina while having fun at the same time. Get over to Top Out Climbing Gym in Center Point and challenge yourself to new heights.
These days, it's hard to figure out how to fill all the self-isolation time, let alone figure out what to have for lunch or dinner. Salt Creek Grill owner Greg Amsler is helping us out in a big way. Salt Creek is now offering takeout and curbside pickup, so you don't even have to get out of your car. Their entire menu is available for pickup or delivery, including to-go beer and wine. Hey. In addition, Greg's offering wine at 25% off, along with daily specials. If you'd like to buy a gift card for a future visit, now's the time. Buy a $50 gift card and get $10 extra on the card completely free. Buy a $100 gift card, you get an extra $25. Salt Creek Grill, located next to Regal Cinema at the Valencia Mall. For more info, go to saltcreekgrill.com.
If you have a business problem, if someone doesn't honor their agreement and you need an aggressive attorney with over 27 years experience, the Law Office of Peter Bronstein has helped partners resolve disputes, franchisees resolve disputes, and other business owners who have a challenge. Let the Law Office of Peter Bronstein take your stress away. Visit lacorporateattorney.com. Don't wait too long and lose your rights. Solve your business challenge problem today. Visit lacorporateattorney.com.
No words can describe the power of belonging to a group of close friends or being part of a family. Insight Treatment Center was founded more than 20 years ago to give teenagers a community of friends and family as they overcome issues like depression, anxiety, and trauma. The new Santa Clarita location is a COVID-secure environment where distance and good airflow are a priority. As a leader in providing intensive outpatient treatment to teenagers, Insight Treatment Center in Santa Clarita is here to help. Call 888-295-9995 or go online to insighttreatment.com.
ABC7 helps you get ready for the holidays. All this week, watch ABC7 Eyewitness News at 6 a.m. for the code word and enter at abc7.com/win for your chance to win a $100 gift card. Every day is a new chance to win.
This week, Jeopardy has two legends.
Hi, I'm Mariah Carey. How well do you think you know me? Find out when I present clues about my life and career on Jeopardy!
Singer, author, icon Mariah Carey, and the greatest of all time is back.
From GOAT winner to clue giver,
Ken Jennings presents an entire category. Plus, do you know this Hollywood legend?
His original last name was Maypother.
On Jeopardy!
Tonight at 7 from ABC7.
This holiday season,
You can help light the spark of love.
For thousands of kids all over Southern California.
Just text SPARK to 24365 or go to abc7.com/Spark of Love.
This year, heroes give here.
Hometown, your hometown station.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. You listen to KHTS 1220 and 98.1 FM. My engineer has that button and because I'm from New York. All right, we're back. Justine, you there?
I'm here.
All right. So, I've been told enough of the vacuum cleaning. People don't like vacuum cleaners. I don't know why. But I did want to know, and I'm going to call you on the spot, what is the competitive advantage of the Auric over the Dyson? And then we're going to go into to your business.
Okay. The sole advantage is that you use a bag system versus a canister system.
A what system? What's a bed system?
So you purchase a hypoallergenic bag. All the dirt stays in the bag. Because every time you dump a Dyson canister, all this dirt goes back in the air.
But not with the Arc, right? And so what we decided we're going to do
it's a bag. You
is
slide the bag out once it's full.
everyone in
Put
the
it in a
world
fridge,
now
that's
can
it.
send their Dyson bag with all the stuff in it, and we're going to send it to the engineer, and he's going to open them all up and put them into the dumpster. He's agreed to do that.
There's
Thank
no
you,
bag
Miss.
in the Dyson. That's the thing.
Well, he's going to take all the dirt, so he's agreed to it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right. So he has a career. After being an engineer, he'll be the dust picker upper. Anyway, now we're going to go back into more of what you're doing now. So you went from there, you went to the insurance company, then after the insurance company, you got this entrepreneur bug. What gave you this entrepreneur bug? What said, hey, listen, I want to do something on my own? What was the reason?
Yeah, so I was working for a company, actually, and I was placing products on Amazon. So I was taking already existing products that we didn't develop, that we had purchased from someone, and I was placing them on Amazon. And because Amazon is so price competitive, I wasn't actually able to ever make the sales because other people were also selling the same product because it wasn't our product. And I just thought, you know what? I have a marketing background. I know how to create my own products and brand them. I'm just going to make my own.
And so what was what was the first product you came up with?
So the first product, they're pretty big in California, are those rice paper lanterns, those biodegradable rice paper lanterns.
My engineer has one.
Yeah.
You
So
like it? Do you like it,
I
Mr.
started
Engineer?
creating those.
I do, yes.
Good. And
They're really popular. But most of them look the same. Most of them are just kind of color. So I created these strip fonts to go on them, and for memorials, for weddings, and they sold really, really well.
And you sold them on Amazon?
I sold them on Amazon. Yep.
Now, do you need? Somebody told me once if you're selling products on Amazon, you need to have like a trademark application. Is that accurate or not?
That is not accurate. Nope.
Okay, Mr. Engineer, you're wrong. He told me you have to have a.
There's one piece of Amazon. If you want to be brand registered, so I'm part of the brand registry program, which enhances the aesthetic of your page and the trust. You do have to have a trademark, but some of that has recently changed too. But historically, yeah, you needed to be trademarked to have that. But to just list on Amazon, you don't.
My engineer had one more question. That was, since it's made out of rice paper, can he eat it? Is it edible? I don't know where he's coming up with these questions.
But it would look
I'm
kinda
hungry. I'm
weird.
sorry.
It's lunchtime here.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Okay. So you can't eat it. All right. Now, you came up with that idea. Did you have to? How did you find a supplier for that product?
So what I did was I searched a software where you can plug in what you want your startup costs to be, and it'll spit out a bunch of different options for you they're selling well on Amazon.
So what is the name of the software, and where can you use that?
It's called Jungle Scout.
Jungle what?
Jungle Scout.
Scout. Okay. And so you go to
Yep.
Jungle Scout, and you can then put in there a product that you're looking for, and it'll tell you where you can get that product as a wholesaler?
Yeah, it's basically meant to tell you where you can get it, what you can purchase for, and your potential profit margin. So when you pick a product based on their recommendation.
And is that a free service, or does you have to pay for Jungle
No,
Scout?
it's a paid service.
It's a paid service. And then from there, you can figure out profit margins, put in other numbers for budget, and it'll tell you where to buy the product, who your suppliers are.
I don't know if it tells you where to buy the product, but Google can help you there.
So what did you do? You put in a couple of different names of different products, whatever, to try to find one that had a high profit margin, and that's how you discovered the rice lamps?
basically.
Okay, because my the engineer is trying to start a side hustle here, and so he's vigorously writing down these names and the whole title because he's gonna probably challenge you probably next week.
Just send me an email after, and I'll give you all the details.
Okay. Well, also I want to explain to the audience because some members of the audience may say, you know what, I'm stuck at home with COVID. I've got my business, but it's not doing so well, and I'd like to come up with some products and stuff that I could sell, so they can go to Jungle Scout, figure out. I mean, so it's random. You just put in names and try to figure out names of different products to see if you can find one that has a good profit margin. Is that typically what you would do?
You select more based on price.
Okay.
So you can put product names or categories. And most people will say, okay, I want to start with $500. What can I get?
Okay, and then once you can do that, then you have to go out and find the suppliers on your own, maybe through Google or another method. And then once you get that supplier, then you can take the product, you can sell it on Amazon or even on your own if you wanted to. You don't have to sell it on Amazon, correct?
Yeah, absolutely.
But Amazon gives you the resources, because there's a lot of people seeking products on Amazon, so you have an advantage by being there, but you have to pay a percentage. Is that how it works?
That's right. Yep.
So what was your biggest challenge?
When I was selling on Amazon?
Correct.
The biggest challenge for me was actually being in Canada.
Because you wanted to pay?
I had my products in the Amazon warehouse.
In the Amazon?
But when they changed some of the rules and they weren't allowing my particular product to be housed in there, I had to pull my product because I'm not able to fulfill it from Canada. And you always start in the U.S. market because it's the biggest market to sell on Amazon. So.
Okay, we're getting a little feedback on the phone. I don't know what that is. Probably because it's crossing the U.S. border, and so they probably have a big infrared light that are probably stopping the signals or something. Although my engineer thinks well, exactly. My engineer thinks it's E.T. and aliens, but but he also thinks the Earth is flat. And for those people who think the Earth is flat, I'm not going to get a discussion about
On the record, I do not think the Earth is flat. That is a lie.
And where is that spot on the Earth where you can just drop off?
There is. It isn't.
Well, the Earth is flat, so there's got to be a spot where you just drop right off.
It's a circle.
It's a sphere.
That's what I mean.
Okay, there's a big difference, sir. And you're an engineer? What engineering school did you go to? Toys R Us School for Engineering?
I'm an engineer, not a geographer. That's the word.
Exactly. All right. What was the biggest challenge in starting your business?
The biggest challenge in my business was feeling very alone. And can you guys hear me okay now?
Well, so when you say alone, right? Did you not have people to go to ask questions? Alone can be an advantage, by the way, right? If you're alone, you can make your own decisions. You don't have to, have three people that have different opinions. Whatever your opinion is goes. It's autocratic, but being alone can have its advantages. Correct?
Yeah, it depends on your personality type. For me, it was really hard to go from working on teams, leading teams, and then making all the decisions on my own, feeling overwhelmed with the volume of decisions, and facing all those decisions on myself, by myself.
And what was the best decision you ever made?
The best decision I ever made was to work for myself.
What was the worst decision you ever made? Coming on the show? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, living in Canada with poor cell phone reception.
That's a good answer. By the way, my engineer wants to buy the same phone you have. He says he likes it a lot. This isn't a comedy show. He tries to make this a comedy show every week. I don't know why. Anyway, how long did it take before you knew you were successful, and what was what do you? Before I say that, what do you consider to be successful in your business? Is it a dollar amount? Is it freedom? What is it?
leaving a corporate environment to work on your own, really the goal is happiness.
But when did you consider when did you say, hey, this is going to be successful? Hello?
Can you guys hear me okay?
Now I can hear you. When did you know? When did you know that you were going to be successful on your own?
For me, being full.
Hello?
It's just really bad.
It is bad, but that's because from Canada, as I said, we have these infrared lights that are stopping the signals from coming from Canada. You have to be a U.S. person. We're very nationalism is very big right now in America. So,
Can you repeat your question for me? The feedback cut out half the question.
When did you know that you were successful in your endeavor?
I wouldn't say there's a time. It's more of a feeling. So success is just this ability to feel like you're on the path that you're meant to be on. And that every single day you're actually taking action to do it versus talking about it or waiting for that day to show up for you.
Now,
so
go ahead.
For me, the day I started my business was the day I became successful because I took that big jump.
Now, financially, okay, and I'm not talking about, millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. My question is, so you start your own business, you have to start selling your product, you have to spend money to advertise and market it. You don't really have any income coming until you start selling your products. How did those first days begin? Getting your first customer, and then also paying your bills while you're waiting to get some revenue coming in. Can you go over that experience?
Yeah, so for me, I actually worked a job on the weekends.
Worked where?
So I worked a job on the weekends with my friend at her area drugstore. And that was my supplemental income as I was building my business. Do you have a husband that brings in an income as well? But there's definitely a two-household income. So, yeah, I put a lot of my resources behind my business, my savings, all the finances I had available to me, and I worked a side hustle on the side to pay my bills.
How long did it take you before you were financially successful?
I would say about 6 months.
Oh, that's not bad. 6
Before I
months.
started to feel pretty comfortable, having some good flow of revenue coming in.
That's not a long time at all to be. They say most businesses the first year don't make any money. So if after 6 months you were doing something, you definitely were on the right track. Did you have any mentors or somebody to speak to? I mean, I understand you're alone, but you do have others. Either family, friends, companies, people that you knew in the business world. Did you have people to go and ask for feedback, to speak to, or mentor you along this process?
Yeah, so the reason I actually became a business coach was because I hired a business coach. And before receiving that support, I didn't understand how incredibly important it would be going from having managers and people running the company to go to now needing somebody to kind of guide and navigate through.
So there is a little feedback there. I don't know if you can do anything to adjust it.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah. And it's not aliens, right?
I'm pretty sure it's not alien.
Because maybe there's a third force that's out there with you. Okay. Yeah, if there's a better way, if you can get better reception, that'd be great. If not, we'll do the best we can. So how did you find your mentor or coach?
So I actually found her through a women's entrepreneur group online. And someone just referred her to me. And I remember that very first call with her. And, she's giving me kind of the sales pitch and laying the price down. And I'm feeling a bit queasy. And she says, well, if you don't bet on yourself right now, how is that?
Sorry.
She said, how are you going to take the steps to move forward? How is that different than what you've already been doing?
So she motivated you.
Yeah, and she got me to see that I needed support to take that next step. Otherwise, I was going to continue to. Oh my gosh. Otherwise, I was going to continue to do the same thing over and over again.
You mean like the reception? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So, are you still working with that coach?
I have a different coach now.
And
so when I stopped the Amazon business and transitioned into the coach business and developing my new product, I got a different coach.
Do you speak to the old coach?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay. And then, how did you find the new coach?
So this coach I actually had been following for a long time on social media, and she was kind of my level coach. So I say my first coach was my like 6-figure mindset, and my second coach is my 7-figure mindset. So
have you found
she's just that next level of accountability and structure and tools and support.
And are you looking for your 8-figure coach?
Yeah, that's step number 3.
So the engineer says he'll be the coach. He likes to tell people what to do. Like me, he's telling me what to do. He has this mask, but he thinks he's funny. Anyway,
well, you got to do a lot more than just tell people what to do.
So, question for you. So you had this marketing background. So you have, okay, I know how to market. Okay, and maybe you had a little bit of sales, and whatever. But I would think that the areas where you would have difficulty would be accounting, finance, other areas that you may not have been dealing with. So how did you overcome those? Did you hire people, or in the beginning when you couldn't afford anyone, how did you do those tasks?
Yeah, so with my first business when I was doing Amazon, I kind of patched whatever I could, used some different software tools. And this time around, I hire people. I pay people.
So now you're hiring people, but in the beginning, you were actually trying to do it on yourself. Things like Quicken, I guess, or things of that model, correct?
Yeah, it's one of those big learning curves of entrepreneurship where, you stick to that zone of genius, and it allows more freedom in your business if you stick to the things you're really good at.
And where do you see? So is your company selling more than one product now, or is it just coaching?
So Goal Chasers sells coaching and coaching services, so group coaching, one-on-one coaching, online programs. But my new product is a physical product. It's a goal-setting planner designed specifically for moms.
So what is it, like a day planner?
It is. It's a day planner in the black section, but the first 2 sections are packed with culmination of all the coaching tools I've used and developed over the last few years in my personal development journey, and then the Goal Chasers goal setting system, but teaches you how to take a really big vision that feels super overwhelming and you don't know how to put it into daily motion, and it breaks it down for you in a system so you can take that like 5 or 10 goals and take small, tiny daily action towards it so you can reach your goal.
And what is the typical plan? Is it like a 1-year plan, 3-year plan, 5-year plan?
So this is a 12-month planner.
Okay.
So you do document what your 5-year goal is, just so you can break out what you need to do in the next 12 months to be able to attain that goal in 5 years. But it's broken out from, the tiny daily steps, some the quarters to the year.
So let's take an example, okay? So I want to sell widgets. I think widgets are going to be really popular in a year from now. So widgets are very big, by the way. One of the biggest products sold through academia. So I have these widgets and I'm going to sell them in a year, all right, but I don't know anything about selling. And I have $10,000 in the bank, and I want to start selling my widgets. And the widgets are going to be selling for $400 a pop. Okay, so and it's a service. So go through the Goal Chasers program and how we could set up dates and figure out the timing of how this would work. So what would be our first step?
So there's two things. Like first, there's a coaching program where I would help you build a strategy for that. Where I would sit down and give you a customized plan to create a strategy to be able to achieve profitability in that time, and essentially create revenue before we run out of cash. But if it's a simple goal, using the Mama's Got Goals planner, it walks you through how to cast that vision, pull all of the ideas out. Like the planner is designed to be able to help you do it on your own. It's not a custom. I'm not sitting there essentially giving you the exact tactics. It's designed for you to design the tactics and then be motivated to take daily action towards them. So what are all the things you need to do to hit that goal, and how do you make that an goal?
So where do you find out the information of what you need to do?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Okay, so again, my widget example. My engineer's selling
Yeah.
widgets, by the way. And so he's selling these widgets, and so his goal is to sell, be selling over 20,000 a year within the next 12 months. That's a realistic goal. He's got $10,000 in the bank, and he's selling them for $400 a pop. So he wants to know what is the first step. He's found a supplier to buy the widgets. Production Company Incorporated sells those widgets. So he's going to buy them from Production Company Incorporated, and he's going to buy the widgets. He can buy them for $100 a pop, and he's going to sell them for 400. So how does he go about this? What does he do?
So you would lay down what your you want to find out what it's actually going to cost to start that business, what it's going to cost for your first order, including shipping, duty, and taxes. And then you want to break out week by week, by day, how many units need to be sold in order to create cash flow to be able to continue to sell this product. So it's great when you have a product idea. It's great when you have somebody who's going to purchase it. You need to figure out, based on the quantity that you want to make and the cost that you have, how many can you purchase, how quickly can you turn that cash to promote product in, and how are you going to actually sell it? What are the channels you're going to sell it on? But you're probably not going to just sell to one person.
Okay, and then so basically, you're providing coaching services to these people.
Yeah, so we have a group coaching program, and we also have a one-on-one coaching program. And then the Mama's Got Goals planner is your own. It's your own coach, essentially. It has all the tools.
So, can you buy the coaching without the planning, or the planning without the coaching, or is it a combo deal?
Yeah, so the planner goes on pre-sale tomorrow. So it's $59.95 US, and it's a 12-month planner, and it includes a quarterly live coaching calls with you in our Facebook group so that I can help.
How many? Hold on.
Walk you through.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We had a little problem with the reception. How many? How long is the coaching with that?
Sorry, guys, I can't hear you.
Yeah, we've had a terrible time. On the coaching part, how much time do you get in coaching with the planner?
Yeah, so we do a 10-week coaching program.
Okay.
And it's called the Mama Mentorship. and it's filled with other moms who want to focus on building goals in any area of their life, but they're generally career moms or entrepreneurs.
All right, well, we're going to go to a break, and we're going to be right back. You'll listen to KHTS 1220 and 98.1 FM.
Join us this fall for online fun with the Canyon Theater Guild online youth workshops. Super fun classes with acting, singing, dancing, audition tips, script writing, scene study, improv, and putting on real shows created for online performance. Get creative, meet new friends, and most of all, have a blast from the comfort of your own home. Call 661-799-2702 or ctgworkshops@gmail.com or canyontheater.org.
Christmas music is coming. Starting Friday afternoon at 3, hear all the new and classic holiday songs right here on KHTS. Brought to you by Mission Valley Bank and Providence Holy Cross. Let's get into the holiday spirit together. You, KHTS, and Christmas music. It starts this Friday at 3.
Happy holiday.
Loss of hearing can affect the quality of life. Santa Clarita Hearing Center can help. They specialize in both preventative hearing loss and corrective measures, including diagnostic tests, new technology hearing aids, cochlear implants, hearing protection, and tinnitus treatment. They can adjust your current hearing aids or fit you for new ones. Santa Clarita Hearing Center also offers sleep molds, swim molds, and musician monitors. Book an appointment today. Log on to SantaClaritaHearingCenter.com, located on McBean Parkway next to the hospital. That's SantaClaritaHearingCenter.com.
If you have a business problem, if someone doesn't honor their agreement and you need an aggressive attorney with over 27 years experience, the law office of Peter Bronstein has helped partners resolve disputes, franchisees resolve disputes, and other business owners who have a challenge. Let the law office of Peter Bronstein take your stress away. Visit lacorporateattorney.com. Don't wait too long and lose your rights. Solve your business challenge problem today. Visit lacorporateattorney.com. We all know sometimes people lose their way. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, the Way Out Recovery SCV may have the answers you've been waiting for. The Way Out is the premier intensive outpatient treatment center serving Santa Clarita. Asking for help is the first step. Call The Way Out today, 661-296-4444. That's 296-4444 for a private free assessment. The Way Out is an accredited, affordable outpatient program that accepts most insurance. Call us at 661-296-4444 or check us out online at thewayoutrrecoveryscv.com. Quit battling with yourself. Ask The Way Out for help today.
It's like no other station I've ever listened to. It's great.
Your hometown station.
Welcome back. You'll listen to KHTS 1220 and 98.1 FM, and our co-host, Trey. Are you there?
Okay. So clearly, Justine, I need one of these planners because I missed our whole show today because I had the wrong day and the wrong time.
You do.
I'm glad to be here. I am glad to be here, and I think your product is amazing.
Thank you so much.
Well, tell me, you've probably talked a lot about this planner, and if I'd had one, I would have been on time. But what is the biggest difference between your planner and other planners if you haven't already answered that question?
No, I haven't actually. So the main difference is that when I started in personal development work, I felt like I was kind of piecing together all these strategies. Like I would listen to one person and they would tell me a little bit of information, and then I would go to this seminar or get this and I felt very overwhelmed piecing together a really cohesive strategy. So what I did was I designed a goal-setting system that walks you through everything you need to take that big goal and break it into daily tasks. And then I've come up with the top 10 reasons why people don't achieve their goals. Whether they're feeling overwhelmed or they feel like they don't have enough time or enough money. And I've given them a coaching tool in the beginning, the first tab in there, to allow them to walk through that and break through that barrier so that they don't quit on their goal. They do the exercise, they move through the frustration or the fear, and then they get back at it, and they keep working towards their goal.
Well, and it feels like that this time of year is the great time if you're going to make a change with your planner, your organization system, that this is a perfect time of the year to start doing that transition so you can start the new year off right.
Absolutely, and there's never been a harder year. For moms, it's been a real transition, trying to find a way to really balance that personal and professional life in a brand new way. And I created this planner during COVID. I created it during COVID for moms to survive COVID, essentially. So it's built to be like your cheerleader and your support system, and to just put 2020 behind you and start 2021 really strong with everything that you need.
Amen, sister. Well, Brien, did you miss me?
Were you gone?
That's so mean. I already feel bad enough.
Well, you definitely are getting a planner from Justine.
Is that what you're going to be? Are you going to give me a holiday gift of a planner? I think that would be great. Justine, can you hook him up?
Yeah, I'm on it.
Well, remember, it comes with coaching, so you get the coaching too.
Yeah, well, I obviously could use that as well. Or
I can coach
you.
I'll coach you and tell you what to do. Don't worry.
Well, I'm thinking you might need to take advantage of some of the coaching. We could split it.
Well, the engineers.
Stick with me. I'll help you guys out.
No problem.
Awesome. I like you already.
The engineer definitely needs something. So, how long have you been on your own now, Justine?
I've been on my own for about 2.5 years.
And are you finally starting to make an income similar to or more than what you were before you left your last job?
Yeah, so essentially all the funds I have been put into the planner. I have to purchase hundreds and hundreds of them overseas. So a lot of finances have been tied up in that, but I know they're going to sell like hotcakes, and I'm going to be on a beach with a pizza spot before I know it.
Well, IHOP
now
sells a lot of
that's where
hotcakes.
I want my coaching done from there.
Traci, didn't you know Ask Brien is moving to Honolulu?
I heard a rumor about that. I'm so excited.
The engineer is is taking hula lessons for that. He says he doesn't have a big enough hula skirt though. Anyway, unfortunately, that's it. We're not going to be here next Thursday because it's Thanksgiving and some people are not going to be around like myself. So anyway, thank you very much. You're listening to KHTS 1220, 98.1 FM. Thank you very much, Justine. Glad to have you on the show, and we'll be right back.